So no fancy background, no fancy clothes, hair is in a bun. I'm in 90-degree weather in Indianapolis, Indiana, here for business. And I just felt like it was time for me to give my 2 cents, if anybody cares, about the Kelly Monaco situation. This is daytime today. We report on stuff that happens during daytime. And this is a major, major, major story. So I'm going to start by saying, first of all, there is I knew him on Twitter, and I'm so sad to hear that he has passed. And I want to make sure I get his real name correct. I didn't know what his real name was. But I want to make sure I want to mention him because there's some people who I love on Twitter who have never done me wrong, who've never had any problems. And he went by Rick Rico on Twitter. Rick is the one on Twitter. We followed each other for years. And his last repost was on the 10th of this month. And He passed away. And his real name, I'm gonna give you his real name, was Rick Valmore. So my heart goes out to his brothers and to his family who announced it, and anybody who cared about him. Some of us have been running around, running our mouths for a long time on here, retweeting stuff, and just love soap opera. And they should be mentioned when they go. I have no details at all, perhaps, but I just want to dedicate the show to him. Okay, so I have my notes over here because I've been the news that Kelly Monaco has been fired, because that's really what she was, has been fired, is everywhere. So I wanted to let the dust settle a little bit. I was traveling. I was going places. I was traveling. And I wanted to make sure I got all information before I ran my mouth. I want to make sure I heard people. I wanted to get the temperature of the room, what everybody was thinking. The outrage is real. But I want to start out first with something positive about Kelly Monaco. I'm a Kelly fan. So I've been a Kelly fan since she was Livy on Port Charles. I followed her on Dancing with the Stars twice. And I got to interview her. Um, Finally, we knew each other off and on from different events and things, but I got a chance to interview her at the 22 Daytime Emmys, and she was resplendent. So I want to tell you a little backstage story, a little BTS. So I'm usually when I'm at the Emmys, when I'm allowed to go, I'm at the end. I'm usually towards the end. So they have the photographers up front usually. This was at the Pasadena Convention Center. I'm further down. Tony and them usually further for Tisha Days usually further, my friends were I was down at the end. And then after me and a few other people, there's usually the print press and a few other stuff down there. And you go inside or whatever, go into the room. And I like being down at the end anyway. I don't mind. I like to be down there. Because you get the chance where you see everybody just about. They come down there. But it's a long carpet. You can be tired about the same thing over and over again. And Kelly comes down. I go, oh my God, I go, hey Kelly. She's like, hi, James. So then she comes over and we kind of hug. She was beautiful. I was in her outfit, with like an air hug. And she goes 1 second. She goes over to her handler or whoever it was like, James will be my last interview, and then I want to go inside. And I'm going to end with him. And she's like, and okay. She comes back over. She's like, hi. I go, hi, girl. Oh my God. It was just like, that was very sweet that she decided to do one more interview. I know she was tired probably, and she did it with me. And that's what I want to say. I want people to know this. She's a nice person. She's a regular person, nice person. And that interview is like what 5 minutes long, and people loved it. It's like one of my favorite interviews I ever did. So on the red carpet, you can get 30 seconds or 5, 10 minutes. You just never know. And she was real and honest, and we were laughing. And she had just lost her house in a fire. It was like, I asked her how she was doing, and we talked about it a little bit. I didn't want to pry too much. We talked about it a little. She was just so real in those moments. It's one of my favorite interviews. Check it out, Daytime Emmys 2022, Kelly Monaco. You'll check it out. It's great. And I've seen her a couple times after that. I want to mention that she's been always been a nice person, and that needs to be just mentioned because I've seen some tweets by some people in the industry running their mouths. Yes, things go on behind the scenes. People go through shit. Everybody does. I did too. Everybody goes through stuff. It's just that's life. Um, but I wanted to just say something really started with something nice about her. Number two, she can act. When you put material in front of her, she can act. She's ready to go. She has proven she can do this. She's been nominated for 2 Emmys, and she's good. And now you and I, we all know they've barely used her last 5, 6 years. Don't know why they're not using her. Yes, there are things behind the scenes that go on all the time. It's I'll tell you this. It's a business. The soaps are a business. You know that. I know that. We all know that. I'm not going to hit you over the head again and again. It's a business, and I think one of the things that in business this happens. Decisions are made, and they're not made by emotions. They're not made by fans. They're made by executives and higher ups and things who feel like they know what they're doing. Now, this has been compared to Jeannie Francis and Becky Herbst. I agree. It's the same level as them. And I just think I wish we didn't know she was being killed off. Also, just things about you. And here's the thing: I don't know, understand why you need to kill her off. The character of Sam, whether it's played by Kelly Monaco or Lindsay Hartley. We love you, Lindsay. I know Lindsay also, no nice person. I know Lindsay. The character of Sam is so connected to so many people in so many different ways. It's like, why would do these old tropes of killing them off? I know that sometimes killing people off, it makes a great story and people get their Emmy reels, I get all that. But sometimes you're like, and I know not everybody stays dead. I get that too, but why even go through that? Why can't you just, if you're gonna get rid of her, just put her off, just send her somewhere, or whatever. Just why are we doing the dead thing? But why even doing that? She's so connected. I just don't understand why whoever it is has just not been wanting to use her more. I don't get it. I mean, she has earned her spot 21 years in the show. She has earned her spot as a leading lady on the show. And again, she's connected to everyone. I could be, we're talking Cassadine, Jerome, Corinthos. She's connected to everybody. I Lucky coming back. She's connected to Lucky. I don't understand. So I understand the outrage of her character, all the Kelly Monaco fans, the Sam fans, whatever. I even finally came around. At first, I was not a Sante fan, not at all. I was like, they're like brother and sister. It's crazy. They relate to me, people. It's too incestuous. Well, now I'm a fan. I like their blended family. I like the way they work together. Yeah, Sam gets your nerves every once in a while, but so does Dante, and life goes on. I like them both. So I just think that's I think the writing choice of killing her off, and then the fall like it's coming up fast. Like they're like bye, bitch, gotta go. I'm like, this is kind of crazy. I just yeah. Now I'm seeing the fan outrage, and I understand it, and I totally get it. And I know there are people who are like, it's just business, blah blah blah. But it's when a character that you like or love gets fired, not leaves on their own. It's a different thing. Even when they leave on their own, people get upset to you. That's not something. But you hear they get fired. You hear she used words like blindsided. I've heard other things. It is sad. It is. It's totally sad. And you feel like because these people are in our homes 5 days a week for years, for decades. People have grown to love this character. There are J Sam fans. There are Sante fans. There are fans of just of her period. And it's understandable. So I stand with all the folks who are upset, of course. I would never tell them not to be upset. If you feel like writing, I've seen this there's a campaign to write or whatever in and try to save her. It worked for a couple of people before. My thing is you do what you need to do. I would never tell you not to do whatever you're gonna do. If you feel like that'll do something, you do it. Because you don't know. Shit, you don't know what's gonna happen. For me, I'm going to while you guys are doing that, I know this is show business. And Homegirl gotta live. She got a job, she needs a job, she needs to work. She's got bills to pay. So I'm going to wish for Kelly Monaco a gig. or 2 or 3 or whatever. Let's get her some gigs. There are other soap operas, folks. I mean, she could go on any of the Gates that's coming up. Wine Our Bulge, days. Let's get, or even streaming service jobs or prime time. Let's get her working. She can work. Same with Lindsay Hartley. I love Lindsay Hartley. She should be working too. They also, why are these people? They're beautiful. They're talented. Why aren't they working? More. Why aren't they working more? So I'm going to wish for her a safe place to land and to get a job that will use her. Because the one thing I'd rather have Kelly work if she wants to work. I'd rather have her working and as a working actress and being featured than being on a show where they barely use her. I say that about any actors. I'm like, I don't want actors on the show just to keep on the show. I want them to work if that's what they want to do. Some actors are like, I just want to do part time. I'm not in any rush. Do a lot of work, and they're fine. But there are some actors I think they want to work, and I'm like, so. But I'm wishing her that. That's what I'm wishing her. And Kev, if you want to come on my show and talk, you can anytime. I'm here to talk. But no, in all seriousness, this is major news. This is sad news, and somebody asked you also too about how people saying what the show. The show should not be canceled because Kelly Monaco is not going to show. That's too dramatic. Obviously, the show's not going off the air. The show's doing fine. Like I say, it's a business, and so it's meaning it's advertising things, and it's not. I mean, I know people about rate. I did a whole thing show on ratings and all. That's the show's gonna be fine. The show will go on, but I do want to give Kelly Monaco and Sam McCall their time, and this is sad, and I'm not looking forward to this, and I wish this was not happening. And we'll stay tuned. We'll continue to follow the story because again, you never know what can happen, right? But we're gonna follow the story, and I just that's my 2 cents. I just got to. This is just sad news. I'm James Lott Jr. Daytime Today is everywhere. Of course, you can give your comments, and I will talk to you next time. Bye from Minneapolis.